Good morning, everyone. Welcome and thanks, guys. Thanks for joining this weekly live watch list and charting session. Most of you guys probably know me. If you don't, I would like to tell you guys know that I live trade every day with my boys Shinobi and Steel in Shinobi Signal Discord. So what up, guys? Today's game plan is all everything in the description. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go through the current market conditions, how it's going, and then we're gonna together look at all the market ETFs, every single ETF in the S&P 500, and then I will move on to the all the stocks that in my watch list. Then we'll chart it all together. We will look at daily levels, we'll look at weekly levels, and then in the end, I'll take some Q&A session, and then after I will take some chart requests, and then we'll be over, and then we'll be ready for tomorrow. Should we start, guys? Let me know. All right, everyone. So let's just start. So I'm gonna start with a quick disclaimer here. Any ideas, any setups I talk about here, those will be my own ideas. There are no financial advice in any way. So let's just start uh, our our session. So guys, first I'm gonna quickly talk about what is going on with the market right now with the all the FOMC meeting, all the JPOW we had. We have been seeing a lot of volatility in the market, and why we are seeing all this. So the main reason that market was not, market is so volatile because market was waiting for Fed's decision on all the rate hikes, all the tapering on the balance sheet. But the main thing that the market wanted Jay Powell to talk about was the balance sheet reduction, because we've seen, they are doing tapering from last 2 years, buying assets back to back every single month. And in the last meeting, they came up and they said, they're gonna start selling all the assets from their balance sheet, or if they not if they don't sell, they will just let run off all the assets in their balance sheet. It means they are not going to buy anything. And second thing, they said about rate hikes, and those both things they were not clear about. Market wanted a clarification on those two things, like how much rate hikes we want. Is it to the 0.25%, or is it to be 0.5%, or is 1%, or how many rate hikes we're gonna get, or what is the actual timeline of the balance sheet reduction or the rate hikes, or right. So these are the answers for market looking for, and Jaipur really didn't give any clear answer. So he gave a pretty vague answers. Complete was talking about inflation over and over again, that inflation is more than we expected, and there's more demand in most of the sectors out there compared to the supply. So they are having supply chain issues where, all these factors are driving the prices high. So does the inflation. So they have to do rate hikes, in my opinion, this year. At least 2 to 3 hikes, but most of the people saying they should do like 5, 7 hikes. That's something unrealistic number, in my opinion. But we will see a couple of rate hikes this year, because according to them, inflation is out of their control, and they need to take a step back and think all this stuff. So so what does that mean for the market, guys? So we will see a lot of volatility in the market, and then as a trader, uh, we should take advantage of this volatile moves in S&P or any other stocks, when we're having 10 to 15 point moves every single day. So so that was about FOMC, guys. If you guys have any question, you can let me know in the chat. I will answer it, somewhere in the middle or right now. And then now let's just start with the ETFs. Yes, definitely, guys. So I'm gonna share my thoughts on S&P and all the major indices going into this week. I'm gonna be looking at the weekly chart. Yeah, guys, for all everyone, this session will be recorded after this. It takes some time to upload to the YouTube. So maybe in an hour or two, or by the evening, this session will be uploaded to the YouTube, so you can go back and watch anytime. So as you guys know, by looking at S&P, it broke the uptrend here from the almost March lows, and this past week alone, it made a really nice hammer after hitting support zone. A lot of volume coming into in S&P. So there are high chances, we might see continuation to the upside, but that would not be sustainable in my opinion, because there is a lot of overhead supply at this point in all the indexes, because we have seen some violent moves to the downside. So it won't be easy for the bulls to recapture all the lost gains that easy. So the levels that I'll be watching on S&P would be this 446, 447 level is a very important level on S&P to clear. That because this, if you see on the weekly chart, price came here, bounced, price came here, bounced, and then price just really broke this support on high volume, and it's just trying to now recapture it, or it could just be a retest and then just going back down. We'll see about that, how it goes. Even if S&P goes to like 450, 460s next week, it still be not out of the woods. It still be in danger. It be still be considered a dead cat bounce for the bulls. So we'll see how that goes, but I think next week is still going to be volatile in the markets. So as long as a key level is breaking in any stock, I would definitely be getting into the trades. So the main level I'll be watching for S&P to going into next week is the high of this weekly candle, which is 444. The high of this candle break, a daily close above this level can push it back to like 10-15 points to the upside easy. So now comes the tech. Tech looks like a kind of same chart as S&P 500, but there is something to note down here on the volume side of it. If you're just looking at the weekly volume right now, if you look at on the Qs on the tech, that this week alone volume, the volume traded this week alone, the last time it traded, it was something around 2011. So even in a COVID crash, the Qs did not see this much weekly volume in one candle. So there are going to be violent moves in the market going into next weeks. Definitely should keep an eye on Qs, because we have seen a lot of volume that we haven't seen in like last uh, 10 years. So the levels I'll be watching for Qs, 356.86 breaks to the upside, and the low of this break would just completely melt down the Qs. So that's the range that we'll be working with uh, going into next week. So if Qs breaks this high of the candle, which is 356.86, and it breaks that, it still has a lot of resistance to cross. The first level would be after 367, and then 377 is a important resistance level. And I think whenever Qs will go there, that would give us a very good short opportunity to short the Qs around this area. Because if you see in the past, price broke out of this level, came here, retested it, bounced back again, came here, retested, bounced back again, and then a couple of times that happened, and then finally broke down, retested it, and then had a nice move down to the downside. So I don't see Qs just go past this level that easy. Bulls will have some problem crossing this level. So that's the level where the risk to reward will be higher for the bears. Now look at Dow Jones. This is the most interesting chart out of all the indexes, because all of the the names that will pop out in the current market conditions. Dow Jones hold all of these names, like the HD, all the consumer names. Those will outperform the high beta names like Apple and stuff. Uh, and the good thing about Dow Jones is, I was actually waiting, if Dow Jones actually break this support that it has in the last June, but it is holding to this support pretty well, and finally got a huge bounce of this level. It's almost a 300-day consolidation period in the Dow Jones. And if you look at this volume, guys, damn, this is a lot. This is a lot volume. Uh, this just saying me, fuck you, put scandal right there. Nice hammer on high volume. Again, guys, if you look at the weekly volume, this weekly volume, even in the COVID crash, this much volume we haven't seen in Dow Jones. The last volume that came in the Dow Jones, that much, it was before that 2018, that correction we got. So so something to note in all indexes, the volume is there. So we'll see if it's a accumulation or it's a distribution. So the levels that we working with the Dow Jones going into next week would be high of this weekly candle, which is 348. And then if Dow Jones manages to break this 348 level, then there is no real resistance up until 355. So and there will be a downtrend break. So watch for that too. It's on 180. I think it's 720. My stream is. You guys don't see it clear? Let me know. So the next one is IWM, Russell 2000. So after this failed breakout, guys, that's what you always look for. Uh, Failed breakouts are the best short opportunities in the market. IWM has a clear pattern that it showed before, and then it repeated the same pattern on this time. If we look in the past, IWM broke out on this December after this long consolidation, and then just completely failed breakout and broke this range support here. Um, right here. It broke this range support and just completely melt down. It's the same thing happened here, guys. Nice consolidation and then failed breakout and then completely broke the support here on very high volume. uh, Very weak, looking very weak compared to the indexes that we talked about before, S&P and Qs. So the levels that I'll be watching for the both sides, looks like a doji candle on the weekly on high volume. So bulls and bears are fighting for a break to either side, and we're gonna take advantage of this. So the levels that I'll be watching for IWM is for the upside, that would be 203.55 for the upside, and then with a not good reward here, because we have overhead supply a lot. We have a lot of overhead supply in IWM. Uh, if Fed comes up with the really good news, then it maybe can break out, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. But we'll see about that. But if it breaks this low of the candle, guys, that would be the easiest trade on going into next week. If it breaks our downside, so let's just set an alert. They're at 188 50 for the downside on IWM. I'm gonna set an alert for the downside. If it breaks the downside, my next target would be 174 on this one because I don't see any support here. So break 186 and then go to 174 next, easy. Um, so now everyone's favorite, I guess, or not favorite, ARCs. ARC ETFs we're gonna look at. Not a good look. Shorting shorting the hell out of ARC names, guys. In the Discord, you guys know that. Um, so the levels that I'll be watching for ARC, if this is a short downtrend break. If it breaks that downtrend, it can push couple of more points, and then eventually it be that again. So you guys see the pattern here. There's no need to go long in the ARC, in my opinion. Just by look at this, guys. How price made a base and then pushed up, and then when price came back to that base, it tried reclaiming, bouncing, but it was a failed bounce every single time. Let me show you guys. So made a base here, broke out, came back here, tried recapturing, the prior highs, but failed. And then same thing happened here, guys. Price came to this level, broke out this level in the last year, and then came back here, tried to form a base to break out again, but completely failed. So right now we are seeing the same thing. So right now we have this base, we have this fresh demand zone here where it bounced off prior. So now that it's doing the same thing again, trying to recapture the prior highs, prior swing highs. Most likely, there are chances that it will fail. So the next support that we'll be working with is 38, 40 42, 91 break, and 38 comes. Let me turn on the watermarks on the back so you guys will see which name I'm talking about. So this is ARCG, Genomic. I don't know if these companies will ever make money, man. Come on. Um, so the next is ARC. Same chart, guys, no different. Um, like if you guys see, like, there is no way I would go long on ARC, at like if I'm investing for long term, then yeah, like if I'm a trader, if I'm a swing trading, let's say to the upside, I wouldn't, I'm not comfortable going long yet, because I want to see ARC, break this highs, break $100 level. Only then, I'll be interested, going long into ARC for a long time. But if it not crosses above, if below 100, if every bounce is going to get sold, unless 100 level is clear, then I can clearly say, there is a trend in ARC names. Until then, all the bounces going to get sold in ARC. So this is the ARC innovation mean ETF. Same thing happening, guys. It's forming a base, and then trying to recapture the prior swing highs of the prior demand zones, but completely failing. So now it's doing the same thing again. Weekly doji here. So with the doji, what do we work out with? Damn, guys, I don't want to give you the upside targets on this one because there are high chances of rejecting. So I'm not going to give you a trigger for the upside. So we can work with a downside trigger here, which is a 64.50. Unless I see a clear downtrend break to the upside, and it's recaptured all the uh, daily trend, then it's then there'll be a high reward, low risk scenario for the bulls. But right now, I don't know. But 60 worked as a pretty good support in the past. I mean, if you're a long-term investor and then work in ARC, I mean, believe in ARC, then that'd be nice. RQ looking weak among all of them. Autonomous technology and robotics ETF. Doesn't matter the name, guys, all these fancy names, but guess what, they all have shitty companies inside it. So fancy names can't save you. uh, Doji on the weekly, closed red 5% on the week. So we are working with low of this break. That's looking more weak compared to the other arc names. So I'm gonna set an alert here at 59.40 level for the downside on arc Q. The next support it will be 57.50. So that should give us a nice day trade here. Arc generation and internet ETF. So again, guys, they all move the same, but this RW has support far away compared to the other names. So the low of this candle break, will push it easy to 72 next. So watch this going into next week, guys. Again, guys, price can bounce off this level again, right? So I have no bias going into next week. So as long as my levels are breaking, I'm gonna get into a trade. If my levels are not breaking, I'm gonna sit and relax. That's it. What is this chart, guys? Space exploration, guys. That was too early offer to to make that ETF. We are still in 21st century. I mean, I don't see anyone going to Mars yet. So that was a dumb decision. Anyways, guys, so this is a range we're working with. This is a weekly range. We're working with low or high break, and then the prior candle high should be your target on break of the either side. If it breaks your downside, the next round number should be your target for arc X. Semiconductor ETF, it's bouncing off the level that it should be bouncing. Um, we have this nice range breakout here on the semiconductor ETF, and then it was holding the gains pretty well unless Fed fucked up, and then we had this nice candle for the bearish engulfing, followed by continuation, support bounce here, basically just a dead cat bounce, no nothing, no reversal here. So for the semiconductor names, I'll go through the semiconductor names, and we'll see which one looks the best in terms of risk reward. S&P, we already talked about this one. And guys, I will update all these indexes charts on my Twitter over the weekend, so watch out for that. Uranium names not looking good, not looking good. We got this head and shoulder breakdown on high volume price trying to retrace back. Look for a rejection around this level 2240. It comes there, reject, and then goes back down. A good name to trade for small accounts. So the next here is the biotech ETF in S&P. Uh, as, as as we talked about last week, guys, it's broke down, retested it. Now it's just working its way down. I wanted biotech to close above this support here, which was like 89.50, but it closed negative on the week, and not looking good, not looking good. If it breaks this level, then it can easily go to the COVID lows here, because there is no real support on the weekly on biotech. But again, guys, this is a weekly chart. If I'm giving some price targets on the weekly chart, it's not gonna play out next week or a week after. If I'm looking at the weekly chart, the price target, the price will go there. It will take some time, like a week or 2 or 3, or sometimes a month too, right? So so you always should know which time frame you're working at, and then how you're gonna manage positions and how you're gonna take trades. That's all depends on the time frame. So next is material sector, looking good here. On the weekly, it was a nice weekly weekly range. This is a fake breakout. And guys, we have seen this a lot of times. When price is in a consolidation trying to break out, failed breakout, then there are very high chances that price break that support. Because if there's a failed breakout, that means all the bulls are out. All the bulls are out from this name. Bears are in full control, and then they will break the support. And then that's what we see in a lot of the names. We have seen this IWM, we have seen this in semiconductor names, we have seen this in S&P. So always watch for stocks that are failing the breakout of the consolidation zone. So the range that we're working with the material sector is, it's still looking good. It's still, nothing bad here, but it's still in a long weekly range. So the levels I'll be watching is 78.50 for the downside, and for the upside, it's still a lot. You probably all-time highs for a swing, or if it breaks that downtrend. Guys, stocks always follow the ETFs. Stocks always. So make sure if you're trading if you are getting into a trade, let's say if you're getting into Nasdaq or in Qs, so you wanna see how the XLK, all the if the ETFs are doing. If you're getting into banks, if you're getting into, let's say, Bank of America or Goldman Sachs or any long or short, you have to see the how the ETFs are doing, how where the ETFs is are this breaking support, or is this breaking resistance, and that will save you from bad trades. I can guarantee you this. So communication not looking good. We have this bear flag breakdown on a high volume bouncing, dead cat bounce of support here. Weekly looks like it can retrace back to this level, to the daily, to the weekly magnets, which is around like 74.20 level, and then it's gonna go there and then reject back down. So we'll see about that. XLE Energy is the only name that was read on Friday, I guess. But guys, energy, do not sleep on energy. This stuff broke out after 3 years, and then broke out a successful retest, and then bounced off hard, guys. Bounced off hard on this high volume. Looks like a bullish candle here. So XLE definitely on high watch going into next week. So if it breaks this highs, 67, so that would be my trigger level to go long on XLE, with a target of $70, and then eventual target is like 80. Let's see if we go there. But really, really nice chart here on the weekly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This that XLE is gonna explode. So next is financials. I'm bullish on financial. I was like always bullish on financial names, but we got the earnings rack, and everything just melt down because of earnings. Now price looks like price finding a support here around these levels, 36, 37 levels, trying bouncing off. We're seeing some nice volume here on the weekly candle. So the next break is like $40. If XLF, all this ET, if this name crosses 40, then we can see a momentum in the bank stocks to the upside. So XLF, XLE, these are my top watches of to go long into next week. Again, guys, no bias. If the levels are breaking, only then getting into a trade. If no levels are breaking, I'm not interested. I'm not touching anything. Guys, XLE Industrial in a really nice range since the last March, almost a year, I guess. In a nice range now, bouncing off this support here. So watch for break either side. Watch for break either side. So if the bulls are strong enough, then they will break this high, and then they can push to this resistance easy. If bears breaks this low, then the next is like at $90. So both sides good risk to reward here on XLI. I'm gonna put it into my green section, so I will see. I will monitor it going to next week a lot more. XLK attack. Look at this. Look at this weekly candle, weekly hammer. Uh, but again, guys, this weekly candle does not prove anything. So I want to see more continuation. I want to see it cross 163 level. I want to see a close above this level before I turn bullish on tech. So again, this could be a trap, right? So look at this. Like this is the right shoulder here, uh this is the head here. So if price reject here, guys, um so if price, we see this is a consolidation breakout, price haven't retested this level yet. So if price goes there, retested it, and then if it goes down, that would make a perfect head and shoulder for tech, for Qs. So watch for these levels, guys, watch for these levels, very important levels. Next is consumer staples. Very bullish candle here. Very bullish candle on consumer staples. Um, so let's look at definitely on high watch, um, on break to the upside, because we are gonna get, if this breaks to the upside, that would also break that weekly downtrend here. So that'd be a big thing. So the level to the upside breaking would be 76.16. I'm gonna set my alert there, and then we'll see. Yes, guys, the smaller the time frame is, the sooner it gonna play out. So if we having a breakout on a 15-minute chart, and let's say I'm watching 450 level on S&P to break out, only then I'm gonna go long. But I'm watching that 450 level on a 15-minute chart. So all I want is a 15-minute close above 450 level to go long or to play intraday. If I'm watching 450 level on the daily chart, then I want uh, S&P to close above 450 level before going long. Again, if I'm watching weekly level, then I want a weekly close above that level. So guys, that's how levels, that's how levels work. That's like the smaller the time frame is, the quicker the setup gonna play out. So XLP, very bullish on these three names, guys. The economy we have in right now, consumer staples, banks, and energy. Real estate, god damn it, break that stuff. Okay. Again, guys, no trade for me in real estate. Price is still in a range. No good risk reward here. So we're just gonna leave that. XLU utilities. What is this chart? Uh, Price bounce of this range here. So the range that we should working with the utility names, high volume, guys. 65, 66 for the downside, and for the upside. Let's see. 70 for the upside, but again, guys, like 70, would still not prove anything unless I see a close above this level, because that would be a clear double top here on utility names. This March highs, price went there, rejected hard here, back down. So unless price reclaim this highs back again, uh, then that would give us a high confidence play to the upside. If price breaks this support, breaks this uptrend here, then that would give us a nice short trade to the downside. So should be on high watch going into next couple of weeks. XLV healthcare, guys. Healthcare names, we see healthcare names popping out on Friday. A price in this channel here for pretty long time broke down, trying to recapture it. Again, all these names, guys. Most of looks all the S&P ETFs names, you're gonna find it the same, but the it's just how they play out. That's the main thing. So the levels that I'll be watching for healthcare for the upside is to break of this highs. Break of this highs, which is 133.46 on the weekly level, guys. Guys, when you see this hammers on the daily candle, like on, I'll show you guys uh, on the daily too, right? This name probably have a daily on 24th of January. Look at this, guys. So on 24th of January, we have this a lot of hammers here on very high volume. So what that means that there is a lot of bulls. There are a lot of bulls in this name, or which are in this, including in this name, which they don't want this name to below this level, and that's why we saw this huge wick here with high volume. So guys, and then what's going to happen? So all the bulls, they have their stop loss at this level at 24 January low. Whoever's long this downtrend, whoever's trying to catch the bottom, they have the stop loss set at this hammer low on 24th of January on any name, guys, on any name. If we break this 24 January low, and that would be a disaster, because that would be a stop loss raid, and then that would be a support break here. So that would be a good trade for the downside. So yeah, that's the same chart, that's chart I'm seeing. That this is the same chart, with AMD, Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft. This all the same names. You will see, this kind of pattern here. So if you see a hammer on high volume and it's couple of days breaking to the downside, that means bulls are completely out of this name. XLY consumer, not looking good here. Looks like a dead cat bounce here. Price in a range, guys. Just no, I don't like the setup. So all right, guys. This That's about it with the ETFs. Now we're gonna start with all the stocks that I have in my watch list, around 150, and 200 charts. So we'll go through one by one, and then guys, I'm only gonna stop and give some name, like a minute or two if I see a good setup. If I don't see a good setup, then I'm quickly gonna go past over that. And then if I missed any chart, we're gonna do chart request in the end, and then you guys can ask me, if you want me to draw any levels on your favorite charts. So let's just start with the yes. Agilent Technologies, um, looks like it's starting to form a base here, guys. That's what you want to see. If you see this setup here on any name into the support, that means there's something going on. There's something going on in this name, or any name, with these kind of setup. When we're having a large breakdown and the price just starting going sideways, let's see who wins. If it breaks to the upside, that means bulls are in control, right? If it breaks to the downside, that means there's a lot more to come. So only taking a trade if breaks to the either side. For the upside, that would be 138, and for the downside, that would be 131. Again, guys, I would say, if you are new here, and you're seeing it first time, I'm gonna talk about the key levels here. What how we can get calls or puts based on our trigger levels, and then you guys can note down all these trigger levels on your notebook, and then go back to your charts and then mark those levels, and then and see yourself too. Then how to mark key levels, and you guys will have good setups going to next week. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I'm so ready, guys. I'm so ready for next week. Double A metals should see a pop, but we'll see about that. This name, guys, price consolidating in a sideways range here. I'm not interested. Man, what a move. What a move on Apple, guys. Single-handedly carried the market. Price broke all the levels here, all the key levels it broke on Fridays. Looking bullish here, guys. Looking very bullish. But again, guys, one candle does not say anything. I want to see a consolidation here on the sideways or continuation to the upside before going long in Apple. Yes, guys. So high volume, the next key level should be this high, which is around 170, 120 level. If Apple's breaking 170, 120 level, then it can go to like 177.36. So that is on my watch going to next week. Let's set an alert here on 170, 120 on Apple. Guys, you guys see this I was talking about, in the prior name. Price came back down, started consolidating sideways here. Uh, Price gap down on earnings, retested that resistance here, and then pushed back higher. If you were the one seeing the bear flag and did not change your bias, then I don't know what to say. Guys, looks like we are gonna see a lot of hammers today. Just by looking at these two three names, I'm expecting a lot of hammers, and you guys know, I mean, how to trade hammers here. High of the day break or the prior swing high break would give us a good entry. Airbnb looks like it's a falling wedge here on the daily chart. So the levels for Airbnb for the upside would be 145, 78 for the upside with a target of 152.68, because we see price breaking out this wedge here, and then once this price breaks this level, it can easily go to 152 break and hold, and then can push to back to here this resistance 175. Again, guys, all these names, we can see bounce up. That does not mean they are back in the they are back in the game. They will start seeing some highs, unless price break prior swing highs on all of the names, even in S&P, even in Qs, or any name. If price is not breaking the prior swing high on the daily chart, I'm not turning bullish. I'm not turning bullish on any name, but we will play this key level breaks, these bounces here to the upside or either to the downside. Robbie having this a small downtrend here. So that is the key level that I'm watching on Adobe is 538 for the upside, because we can clearly see price in a range here on the sideways, and we have this retest of this level, and then price just broke down, and then I want to see this 538 level break and hold for more upside. Guys, I care about the volume a lot. I care about volume a lot. Whenever I play a breakout, I want to see a stock is breaking out with high volume or breaking down with high volume. That would give me extra confirmation to get into a trade. But guys, it's not always the case. But if price is breaking key level and then it's closing below that level, and then its price is looking weak, and the volume will come eventually. ADSK, Autodesk, price in the downtrend, guys. Like, we have seen a lot of these names, man. Like, come on. Again, one hammer, guys. We're gonna get bored of these hammers today. Again, guys, we see price broke down this level here, consolidated, and then broke down of this range. So if price is above 250, only then then that would be a good long trade. But for a intraday, I'm going to give you good levels here. For 240, 250 for an intraday trade to the upside with a 250 target for a swing. I want to see ADSK closing above 250 level, and then probably a 10-20 point push to the upside. A firm, guys, a firm looking very good here, looking very good. Why? Because of this low here, that it after hitting this low, price just shot up to like 180, 170 levels. So that was an important level for a firm to hold, because that was a prior demand zone. Here we can clearly see price broke out of this level, came here, and then just retested that level, and then just bounced off hard. So that was important level for bulls to hold, and looks like bulls did a good job here of holding this price, and the news helped that a bit too. uh, Nice bullish hammer on very high volume on the daily candle. Again, guys, not bullish unless this breaks 62 level. So I'm gonna set an alert at 62 level for the upside. That would be a downtrend break on the daily, and that can easily push up to like 5-10 points. Again, guys, for the downside, I'm only watching this 46 50 level, because price is in a clear chop here. Price in a clear chop, unless price breaks out of this range, only then we'll get a trade. Up break 62, and then next target on that one uh, would be $70. So easy 8 point move play on the break of 62. Break 46, and it goes to 0. EMAT. Uh, Again, guys, as we saw in the semiconductor ETF, price came to this support here, bounced off hard, made a nice hammer here, right? Made a nice hammer. So the next levels that we're working with on AMAT, I don't know, guys, about this one. Because because if I see price below the daily trend here, I don't want to go long. I don't want to go long at this point, because price can reject any time. I want to see price reclaim the daily trend, break that prior high, only then getting into a trade. Guys, we might get a low number of names today, but I can guarantee you that, but we will get fire setups. Yo, my computer is acting so weird. AMC apes getting fucked here. Um, So let's see what's next. Again, guys, price still looking weak here on the daily chart. Uh, the levels that I'll be working with for the downside, 1340 for the downside, and for the upside, let's see. Nah, guys, for the upside, I want to see it break like 1660 only for a day trade, not even a swing. I want to see it break 1660 for a quick trade up to like 1780. But if it breaks 1344 to the downside, which is looks no volume on this name, guys. 1344 break, and then 12 comes next, easy. AMD, I think AMD has earnings next week. So we'll see how the semi names earnings will be. All the MU, TSM, they just killed the earnings, growth 100% year over year. That was impressive. So we'll see what AMD has in their books, and we'll work around with that. So that is a very important level for AMD to hold, where it bounced off on Friday. So 99, hold 99, and then we can see some new highs. If you're a long-term investor, and if I'm thinking long term, I think these are the names, these are the names that runs the stock market, like AMD, Nvidia, Microsoft, Facebook, Apple. And if I see discount on these names, like 40% down, then I would consider buying it for my long-term portfolios. Guys, in the long-term portfolios, you don't care about catching the bottom. All you care about is dollar cost averaging on this big name, because in the long run they're gonna outperform every other name out there. So 99 is a key level to hold on earnings. If you guys see breaking this level on 99, then 95 comes quick, and then the ultimate target would be $90 on the break to the downside. Again, for the upside, guys, I would be watching. God damn, let me look at some 4 hour. Yeah, guys, if you look into this, a bit smaller time frame, 4 hours, prices in a range here broke down. So I want to see clear 108.60 level before going long on AMD. So 108.60, let's just set an alert here. Next is Amazon. God damn, bears show no mercy on this name. Completely broke down. Not looking good. But again, guys, we're gonna work with levels. So 2905 is a clear level here on Amazon for a break to the upside. Break 2905, then it can the next resistance is at around what level? 3020. 3020 is the next resistance on Amazon after breaking this 2905. Just let's look at daily trend, what it says. Yes, guys, it can easily push to 3000 on a break of 2900, almost a 100-point move. It can, or it might just, go there at 3128 level, where it did not retest that level yet after breaking down this, a range. So goes there, reject, and then goes back down. So, and also earnings coming up, and we'll see what Amazon does. But if you guys want to play earnings run up, that these are the levels. ADIV, no point of trading this name. I'm just gonna cut ADIV from my list. Uh, Here we go, guys. This is also semi name. So if you are playing one semi name, there is no point of playing two semiconductor names in the same week. And then AVGO spreads are pretty bad. So I would just pass. American Express, guy. This name, man, looking strong, looking very strong. Guys, my computers, I don't know why it's acting so slow. So the levels that I'll be watching for the upside are 180 for the upside. If it breaks 180, then it can push to 183 next, and the 183 is a prior swing high. So if it breaks the prior swing high, close that, and then we can see a really nice push to the upside. And then I think Visa reported a solid earnings after Amazon, not Amazon, this American Express. That also gave this name a push on Friday. So if Visa strong, Mastercard strong, the banks are strong next week, American Express gonna pop. God damn, this is getting tough. Let me know, guys. Do you see the lag in your video, or is this all good? BA bouncing off support here. That's a key level to hold, guys. That's a key level to hold for BA after reporting its bad earnings. Back to back, BA reported bad earnings. not a good sign for a growth stock like BA. So the 183.80 level that I'll be watching for more downside, um, break that 180 382 level, and then it can see some downside. Not gonna go long unless price breaks this highs, which is like 206. If BA breaks 206, only then I'm gonna go long. So for right now, I'm only gonna have a put trigger, which is 183.82. So the next is Baba. Uh, Baba is at a very crucial support here, guys. If it breaks that 108.80 level, then it's definitely going more down. It can be a bear flag here on the daily. It can be that uh, the falling wedge here. But for the levels for the upside is 122.82 for the upside, and for the downside 108.80 for the downside. I already have alerts set on the both sides. Again, guys, if I'm trading Baba, then I'm not gonna go trade, all these other Chinese names that they have, like Baidu, Photo, all these, the PDD, all these names, guys. So only gonna choose one name and then trade in the one sector. So Bank of America, hammer here on low volume, so not liking much, but still if it's breaking 46.75 level, that would be a downtrend break on the daily, and a consolidation uh, break on the daily chart. Again, guys, whatever I say, you see price broke down here on a high volume, pushed up the first time, and then rejected back down. So I do not buy the first push. I always buy the second push when it's breaking that prior the first push rejection point. So that is the rejection point here for the first move up. So if it breaks this 46.75 level, that would be a good trade to the upside. So should be on your watch list. Best buy, I don't know how I feel about that, but 101.20, 101.80 is the level that I have, but guys, no, never mind. I don't like this thing. Beyond, I guess this is one of the easiest name to short in the market. Um, if it breaks the prior day low, I'm gonna go short. That's it. That's how I play Beyond, Beyond Meat, and bullish candle here on the daily, but that does not change anything. So the break of 53 to the downside, if the market is weak, and then I see Beyond breaking 53 level, that would be a no-brainer trade with their target of 48 to the downside. No levels for the upside, guys. No levels for the upside on this shitty name. Only for the downside. 53 break, 48 next. Yes, I think my stream is lagging because that's not the case. When I do it on Discord, maybe uh Macs are not good enough for the YouTube streams. We'll see. Mm. Citigroup. I mean, we already have a couple of banks in our watch list like AXP and BSC. I'm probably gonna pay. I'm probably gonna play that. What is the name? Morgan Stanley too. Uh, for the upside. So I'm gonna show you that chart too pretty soon. Cat. Guys, this cat, a huge sell-off on very high volume on earnings. That should be on your watch list. So the low of this candle break, which is 196.80, then I'm gonna play to the downside, because when we see this kind of volume here, um, when you see this kind of volume on cat, uh, not cat but after earnings, then we see a continuation to to the either side. So I want to see break this 196.80, which is also this uptrend break here, and the earnings day break here. That would give us a good trade to the downside. The target would be let's just play intraday. 193 is the next target, and after that is this low, which is 191. So we'll see how that goes, but not looking good on the to go bullish here. CCJ, uranium names. We talked about the uranium ETF, how it broke down the key level, and then you guys can clearly see this huge head and shoulder breakdown on the daily chart, and then price bouncing off this prior support here. Looks like a dead cat bounce here, unless price, it raised this 2136 level. If someone has a small account, have this name in your watch list. The cons moves pretty nice here on key level breaks. Chewy. So I don't know what to say this, but I kind of want to flip bullish here on Chewy, but we'll see. Um, Price broke down. This is the high, like a bull candle, bullish engulfing here on high volume, and for the upside, the Chewy was like 46.60. A break I want for Chewy for the upside, and for the downside, I'll be watching 41.45 for the downside. I'm not gonna set alert to the upside yet, but we'll see because we have this low volume, and then I think it also has some gap to fill. So we'll see. For the upside, which is like 46.60 for the upside. Let's just set an alert there. What is the downside target for CCJ? Let's see. Yes, if if you want to go short on CCJ, then I would wait for this 18 level to break to the downside. With the next target of 17, not 17, but 1695 for the next target after breaking this 18 support here. Uh, Guys, for the upside, this is the key level here on 1990 key level on CCJ for a quick day trade to the upside. But not going to turn bullish unless price reclaim this levels here, which is like 2140, close above this level, and then we can think about going long in a swing. CCJ, pretty good setup here. Pretty good setup, a small name, pretty liquid cons, and moves nicely on the daily basis. So you can clearly see bouncing of this support here on the daily chart after breaking down this uptrend, and this huge range breakdown on high volume. Again, prices, guys, prices cannot go down always, right? Cannot always go down. Price has to take a stop. All the sellers, they need to reload to their positions, or they need to get out to their positions at support levels. But we'll find out. We'll find out if it breaks to either side. If it breaks to the upside here, so that means the bulls are in control for some time, and then it retest this level and then reject back down, because we've seen this 1 2 3 4, couple of bounces on off this level. So bears not going to give up this level that easy. So if it goes there, watch for a rejection, and then if it doesn't go there, and then if it just breaks this 1582 level to the downside, that the next target would be after breaking, would be $14. So would it be a good trade? Costco, well, liking the name here, man. Liking it just because you guys see I had this weekly fresh demand zone marked on Costco. Price broke down of this rising wedge, pretty brutal to the downside. Ticked into this weekly fresh and bounced off hard on high volume. Bulls showed up, never broke this low, which just confirms me that bulls are, in control in this name. Uh, and there can be more upside to the Costco on a break of 500 cycle level. So break 500 and it has some small gaps to fill to the upside. Break 500 and my next target would be 530 on Costco. So may not go to 530 in one day. So the intraday target would be 513 on a break of 500. So in the nice range around bottom bouncing of demand, a good setup for longs. CRM, let's see. Uh, Price broke down of this uptrend here, and then guys, all these traders are out there, all the hedge funds, let's say they are shouting the name. So their first target is always uh, is a low or high of the pattern break. So right. So if it breaks, this pattern here, so their first target is always the lower high of the pattern. So it already, we already went there. The price target is achieved on CRM for all the the traders out there. So now we are only gonna work with key levels here. So if someone shorted here, they're not gonna cover their position, somewhere in the middle. So their target is in here. So if in this candle, it looks like most of the people got out. Uh, and then now we are working with the daily levels. So watch this level 224.75 for the upside. Again, a lot of chop in here. So the big key level to break would be 240. If it breaks 240, then then I would say confidently, yeah, the bulls looks like in a control. They want to see price goes higher. So those are the two levels that I'll be working with on CRM. And for the downside, these has small gaps resistance here like 207, 204, 201. Break all these supports and then go down. So not gonna trade, I guess. I'm not gonna trade CR. I'm going to next week. Oh man, I'm still recovering from the COVID. That shit just was so bad. Again, guys, with crowd, uh, huge breakdown, guys. Huge weekly or monthly um, uh, rising wedge breakdown, and then followed by continuation pattern here, bear flag breakdown. Now price consolidating sideways here. Uh, we'll see how that goes, right? Again, guys, we see this candle here, 24 January. And that's what I was telling you guys, right? This is a 24 January candle. Most of the big names, they did not break this low. So if you guys see this breaking low, and then choose one of the two names that are liquid to the downside, and then play accordingly. Um, CRM looks like it's forming a broke out this small downtrend here. Um, so let's look at some levels here. So the daily levels, the intraday levels would be 172 break to the upside and 154 break to the downside. Cisco, bouncing of demand here, man. Looks like a downtrend. We can play the downtrend break here. Again, guys, this will be the first push after the broke down. So first push and then retest this to some level and then sell off, and then when price breaks the high of this first push, that would give us a good swing trade, guys. That is a setup you will see in every single name. That will you start to see in every single name. Let me quickly go through it. Price broke down, right, and then price broke out, right, and then most people are gonna get long here, and then what's gonna happen, we're gonna get a final sell off. we got a final sell off, and then all the people, they're gonna get stopped out. All the people who got long here the first time, the price breaking out, I'm gonna get long, they're gonna get fucked and gonna stopped out. And then I'm sorry, guys. So on the second bounce, price, will break out of this again, of this high, and we have this high, and then when price breaks this highs and retest here, and then that is the most good entry for the bulls to go long on name, and then you just ride the trend to the upside. So guys, that is the one way you can play the breakouts, or the names that are coming, coming from after hitting the support, or after a huge drawdown. That's a one way to play the names. God damn, CVS. What a move, guys. Definitely we'll see some continuation in CVS. Um, Break of this high candle, it goes to 110 next, or it has a resistance at 113.73. So break this candle high, and then 113.75 can come quick. A lot of volume coming in too. If I see a weekly candle, that should probably engulfing one. Yeah. Look at this engulfing candle on high volume. Uh, we'll see if we see continuation to the upside. Again, guys, all these, the healthcare names, all these consumer names, all these banks, all these energy names, they're gonna get pot, because right now the environment we are in right now, we are moving into a snow economic growth market right now with all the hikes. So all these growth names gonna get fucked, and all these names like healthcare names, all the energy names, all the banks, they're gonna get pop, because people will use these services regardless of the inflation, regardless of any price. They will need their services. So uh, all these, the rate hikes, they won't matter to these sectors. CVX uh, broke down on the bad earnings report here, but looks like market did not care, and pushed back higher. Um, So the levels got to be watching for CVX for the upside is 132 break for the upside with a nice gap to fill. And I'm not going to play downside. Delta Airlines. Hmm. Hmm. So Delta Airlines, what are the levels? Very clear levels here, guys. 40.23 for the upside, and low of this candle break 36.80 for the downside. Price in a range, so cannot really predict where it's gonna go. But it looks like on the daily, it broke down of this bear flag here, retested it, rejected here. So we'll see if it breaks this low, then we can definitely see some continuation to the downside. Again, futures will open, soon, and then we'll see, where the market stands. Again, if futures are down like 500 points right of the open, or 100 points up of the open, that does not mean anything. I want to see futures, how the futures doing, like 2 or 3 or 4 hours before market open, to really see how we're gonna open. So 30.80 for the downside, 40.23 to the upside. Guys, I'm only gonna go through one airline name. We only gonna play one name in each sector. So there is no point of going me, all the same names into the one sector. That would be just a waste of time. And then I don't recommend playing AMD, Nvidia, MU, Qualcomm. All these names when you can only play one name and they all gonna move the same, right? So the same thing goes with airlines. I'm gonna choose one airline name and then only gonna focus on that, because if one name is breaking out, everything is gonna break out. Dash, oh come on. And why we have Dash on 11? Such a shitty name. Datadog, Datadog here. Uh, the levels, the very clear levels we are working here with, price is in a daily range, and we're seeing some high volume in the range. So for the upside, I would see 139.80 break for the upside and 119 break for the downside. That's prices in the range. We'll see, if it's a accumulation or it's a distribution, um, and distribution, and then we'll play according to that. DE, uh, guys, if you guys see this range, I mean, I don't even want to touch this name at this point. Like, pricing is huge range. Every bounce is gonna get sold. Every, the drawdown is gonna get back up. So there's no point of get a trade when price is in a range. I would rather break. I would rather wait a month or 2 or 6 months more to get into a trade rather than just get into a trade and then get chopped out. Dell again is a sideways name. It does not excite me. So let's just move on to the next one. Is DG, Dollar General. Broke this uptrend here, man. Come on. Let's see. Broke this uptrend, guys. Not looking good. Definitely not looking good here. But made this hammer. Uh, no target for the upside. I don't see clear levels. But for the downside, I'm watching 200 cycle level and break 200 to the downside and 195 next. Here comes the Disney. Strong action on Friday on Disney. Price was in this range here for some time after Netflix reported the bad earnings and Disney just completely broke down. Now it's trying to break out of this zone here, but on a very low volume, guys. Not that uh, not that much, but let's see on the how the how to say. I wouldn't trade Disney, guys. If I see breaking 142, only then I might get into a trade for a gap fill play. Other than that, I wouldn't touch Disney unless it's breaking that 142 level with a target of 145. So 3 point move on the break should be nice. Yeah, guys. Most of these names are, they are done pretty bad. They, at some point, they're gonna see some, the long moving averages they are bouncing off. I'm not a moving average trader. I don't take trades on based on EMAs or SMAs. I only take my trades when I see a key level is breaking, and then I don't look at any indicators. I don't look at any MACDs, RSI, or any indicator out there. I just trade the clean naked chart. If I see price is breaking my key level, I want to get into a trade. I don't care what indicator is saying what or what EMA is saying what. That is my style, guys. Um, so DKNG is next. We have a nice range on DKNG, and the for the downside I have 1875, and for the upside I have 2286. If price is breaking 2286, that I'll be comfortably going long, and it's breaking to the downside 1875. Dollar Tree, I mean, oh, this name is a chalk. 133.26 to the upside, and we have low of this candle, like just take this one, man. Like, I don't want to get chopped out. 123.50 for the downside and 133.20 for the upside. You guys can clearly see, it's just chopping at this point. DVN energy name, guys. If energy is strong, if energy is breaking out, then DVN definitely gonna pop out too. But if energy is breaking down or it's a sideways, then we can see some downside momentum on DVN. But I don't want to short something that is in an uptrend. EA bouncing off this support here. We have a clear support. Price came back here once, trying bouncing. It came back here, bounced. Now came back here. Trying bouncing off this level. So this is an important support zone here on EA. If I want to go along, I can have this range as my stop loss close below, and then I can take a long position for the upside. Also, guys, earnings coming up. Uh, so we'll see how earnings goes, and then we'll take a trade after. eBay, God damn, still in a daily downtrend here. Um, so the levels for eBay I'll be watching is this highs. This high is around 60 level, like $60. Uh, is break $60, and then we can see some momentum to the upside. And then we are also working with this, a downtrend too. So break that downtrend, break 60, and price in a range, and then it can move up nicely. Let's see the supports here prior. Okay, guys. As you guys know, like we are seeing these hammers, right? We're seeing these hammers on every single name. All the bulls are long on this hammer. They are saying bottom is in, but if we break this low of this hammer, then it's game over. So make your watch list, and if you see the hammer low break, uh, go into smaller. I will go into smaller time frame. Then I'll take a trade accordingly. And face energy starting to look good here on the daily chart. Price bouncing off this support here, and then made this 4 days in the range sideways, and then now we are working with this range, which is 130.84 for the upside, and we have this, I think, a nice gap here, too small one, and then 113.72 for the downside. So this name should give us a good trade going into next week. So I'm gonna set an alert both sides. So next is the ETSY. Um, Same setup, guys. More of these name have same setups, guys. Come on. I don't want to have like fucking 10 different alerts on the same setups. So price broke down in a range. You see this range break, auto ups or downside. That would be the trade, guys. There's no point of having 10 different alerts on the same setups. Guys, the smaller the watch list you have, the more focused you're gonna be. So I would say, just have small watch list, just watch those names, and I can guarantee you that you will get good trades, and then that way you will avoid FOMO too. Mm. Let's look at Facebook. Looks like the same setup here like Apple. most of the people will be calling the bear flag here, but we'll see about that. So for the downside, Facebook looks nice for both sides. 292, 293 for the downside, and for the upside, I want to see break this high, which is like 309, 310 level, because this is a clear range here, right? So break this high of this hammer on high volume, and then we will see bulls stepped in Facebook again. If price goes to this level, we'll see this level break along with this downtrend break, and then we'll see how that goes. And earnings coming up too, the earnings on fuck up. We'll see what. If Facebook comes up and says, we're having problem with Apple, uh, the Apple, the new update rollout, that because we are not getting personalized ads and stuff. We saw what happened with Snapchat after that. So if Facebook comes up and says the same thing, then Facebook's fucked. Then Metaverse can't save Facebook. FedEx, again, price is in a range, sideways range. You guys know how to trade ranges now at this point. Yes, I'm only looking at the names, those are liquid, those have liquid comps. Like I'm not gonna look at the name, those have like a $50 spread. There is no point of charting those names and watch for them to break out. Instead, when we can chart all these, the good names in our watch list, those have liquid cons and breaking out, of the key levels. So I'm only gonna chart the names, those have liquid cons, and then so we'll be saved from this, the huge spreads. So the levels 49.36 or 49.30 for the downside here on GM, and nothing, nothing for the upside. Here comes a GME, GameStop. Come on, man. How many people are holding this stuff at this point? I wonder. Like if I'm down 10% on my position, I would just panic at that point. But how the fuck they are, holding from 400 all the way to 900? All the smart money just shorting GME, and all the retail, the dumb money are just holding to this name. Uh, Price is on the verge of breakdown. Um, so 86 is a key level here on GameStop. 86 break, and then that'll be game over for GameStop forever. But we are also watching that 120 level, guys. 120 level, break that, and then we can play the upside. As a trader, you should not have any bias. Um, so 119 for the upside, 86 for the downside. So I'm only gonna have alert on the downside because that is more close now. And if it breaks, then we'll get a good trade. Google popped off on Friday. Um, Still, okay, 2694 or 95 level that I'll be working with on the long side for Google. You know, looks like a bear flag here on the daily on Google here. We can clearly see a textbook flag setting up. So all we gotta do is set an alert on low of this candle here, which is 2572 for the downside and 2695 for the upside, with a target of upside break of 2770. and then eventually the big target would be 2860 on break of these two resistances. Yeah, guys, looks like we're gonna get moves either side. Market's looking good. Market's looking good to move to the either side. So, but we'll see how that goes. Banks, we already decided bank names, but if you're into GS, then I would be watching that 350 break. Then I'll be watching that 350 break with a target of 356, and then eventually this gap fill, retest it, and then come back down. HD looking very good. Looking very good. That should be on my watch list 100%. 368 or 369 break to the upside can give HD a good push. So that is on my watch, on high watch. Looks like a good setup here. Bullish engulfing, sideways action, price consolidating. Uh, nice hammer here on the daily, and price is in daily range. Has a nice this gap here to fill. So break 369. Then my next target is 375, and then after 375 break, uh, I'll be targeting this level, which is like 380. So we'll see how HD goes. 360, 369 break to the upside. Hood, uh, god damn, this name, like we all shorted this name into the earnings, and then they should gap down 15%, and our contracts went to zero almost. So that was an earning gamble, guy. That was earning gamble. That's what happens when you play earnings. Uh, if you make money, you make money. If you don't, you don't. Uh, So the hood levels daily, I don't want to say it, but man, the daily looking bullish. Uh, High volume bullish engulfing into the support after hitting this cycle level $10 from 85 to $10. Uh, that's quite a journey, right? So the next level that I'll be watching for a break to the upside is 1357, or price, consolidate here for some time, and then we can take those candles low to short it to the downside. But right now, I don't see any support here for a downside move on the daily chart, right? So we'll see how that plays out, and then we can short it again. Again, guys, this name is not gonna go to 80 back again. That's the thing. If this name is if names like Robin Hood, like Piton, or Beyond, or Lemonade, or Fastly, all these names, like, they are popping out, or they are hitting some highs. They are not gonna break this prior swing highs. There's no way, this hood will break this level, because we see after breaking down, a lot of days broke down, retested it. So that is the heavy supply area. It's gonna go there, and it's gonna give us again a good short opportunities to the downside too. So long live hood, guys. So we can short it every single day. Uh, IBM bouncing off support here. The clear levels here for the upside is 137.40 for the upside, with the target of this prior highs. We can clearly see the price is in a daily range. So break that range, and then give us a good trade. I'm gonna set an alert on both sides. Let's look at Intel. They reported bad earnings, man. Every single earnings, they are saying the same thing again. That AMD is taking their lunch. Nvidia is taking their lunch. That is true. That is true. And it's breaking all the supports here. So, but how long, for how long this can go down, but if the key levels break, and then we'll get into trade. So, oh, this is this is not Intel. Oh, like this chart is not looking familiar. Okay, now this is Intel. Now it's looking nice. So these are the same thing that they are getting no business. Uh, all the other semis are eating their lunch, which is very true. Even Apple starting to making their own chips in their new MacBook. So they were having a business from Apple. Now it's completely zero. Apple's gonna start making their chips into the new Macs or into the new Mac Minis. Uh, so Apple will completely cut off Intel. So no business from Apple. So I'll be looking to short below 46.31. No signs of life to the upside unless we see some consolidation sideways and then broke out of that. Damn, this looking nice, guys. JNJ is gonna have a green day Monday. 171.92 break, or just 172 break should be on your watch list, guys. Looking good. Um, you missed the hurt. It's okay, guys. Now it's gonna be live. Everyone can go back and see. Right? It's not like we are live in Discord and now we can go back and see. Even like, let's say you guys don't trade, but the levels that I talk about here, and then you can go like next week on Friday night, and you can see this video again, and you can see how price reacted on those levels that we talk about. And then if you guys have the same levels on your chart, that will definitely build conviction in your charting, in your place. So J&J 171.92 break to the upside with a target of 173.40. JP Morgan, again, guys, as mentioned, we only gonna trade one or two bank names, and then we don't look at anything else. Open a TUS account. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Go, guys. Looking bullish here. Damn. But again, guys, no trades. No trades for me unless I see Coke breaking 61.45 level. Coke break 61.45, then I will get into a swing. Um, what is this? Nice range here on the daily, man. Again, guys, as mentioned, all these names, all these, the consumer names, that we have to use that, every single day. They are not gonna see any drawdown. There will be no effect of the rate hikes, of the tapering, slowdown, of the or the balance sheet runoff. These names don't care because they will get business every single day. Lucid, man. Broke key support here. When it was breaking the key support here, 33, that completely mentioned that it's going to go to 29.80 next, but I did not expect that big of a drawdown on Lucid. Now we pretty overextended here at this point. Um, I would wait. I would wait for this level break to the downside. No place for me to the upside on Lucid, and I don't want to catch falling knife. GM looking weak, guys. Lucid looking weak. They're just telling me something. 2567 break. And then we are 2480 through the downside, and we have this a nice small gap here to fill too. So we'll see. The price is not in a demand zone. So this is a demand zone right here, right? So this is a demand zone that it formed. So that is a demand here. right around somewhere around this level. So price comes here, rejected, and then form a base here, just like this, and then break out of those level. Only then I would go long on lucid. I would just not catch falling knife on based on one candle wick. Lee Autos, along with other EVs, not looking good. Price broke down of this huge range. Price broke out of this huge range. You can clearly see this head and shoulder here. This is a left shoulder head, and then this shoulder again broke down on high volume, and then also broke down of this weekly, a huge weekly range here, uh, and closed below too. So if price stays below these levels, there are definitely more lows coming here on Liados. So 22 17 for the downside. The next support is at 1973. So quite a bit of a room here on the downside. Lemonade guy, this name that I was talking about, right? So all the bounces in these shitty names are gonna get sold out. So if they're going up, that is for our benefit because they are giving us an opportunity again to short this name back to the new lows. So if you're seeing a popping of this name and then starting rejecting here, in the supply zone, in the back down, that would give us a good trade to the downside. So for now, I'm working with the levels here, 2586 for the downside, no levels for the upside on shitty names. God damn this. Okay, this is looking good. With all the war situation we are having right now, let's see if we got a pop in LMT. 395, 396 is a clear level here on the weekly, on the monthly, on the daily. Clear level here. Break that, and then we can see a new highs. Just setting an alert here around this level. A nice, huge round base bottom setting up on LMT. If it breaks, and then this name can see continuation for days. Next is energy name again, guys. Energy. We're not gonna trade every energy name. So CVX is looking good for me, and XLE. These are only two energy names I'm focusing. I'm not focusing on anything else. Um, Lows. Let's see if this chart is identical to Hood, and yes, it is. But not Hood, but HD. Uh, Not no clear levels here. So and price never hit this demand zone on the daily. So there can be supply and demand imbalance here when price does not hit demand zone and just start bouncing off. So that means there are not enough active buyers in the name. There's a partial retest. So I don't know how I feel about that. So I will just trade HD. Lulu, Lemon, their cons are, I don't know, their cons are shitty. What a bullish candle here on love. But let's see if that bullish candle can save love. Um, Now looking, I don't know, it's just a level, guys. I want to see it break this prior swing highs, right? So this high, price went there, rejected hard, and now price try reclaiming this level again. A lot of wicking here, um, from the bears here, try pushing down. Um, I don't know. It just it looks like a sideways action to me. Unless price breaks its 47 level, that would give us a good trade, right? And that way, it can make also this nice cup and then a handle here on this one. So we'll wait for that. LVS looking good. I like LVS here on the reopening side. Trade to the either side, guys, either way, because it reported good earnings here. Reported good earnings. They were reporting bad earnings in the past a couple of times, and now they three times, four times they reported bad earnings, and then they're having the news too that they are opening some new casinos in some countries, I guess. So and then and followed by nice earnings. So we are working with this range here. So we have a gap to fill to the downside, and we have this in the range for 45.52 for the upside, and 41.52 for the downside, and no trade in between for me. Is on high watch on the level breaks. This is lift. Price is in a clear downtrend here, right? I want to see price break out this level, which is like 30 at 15. Break 30 at 15, and there is no real resistance here up until around these levels, which is like 39, 40, almost of 5%, 4 to 5% move here on intraday basis on break of this 38 level. And then we are also working with a gap here. So price is in a gap territory. So if it breaks this 33, 94 level to the downside, and then it has a gap. I can show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. See, these are the earnings gap here. Price in the gap territory. Break 33.94 to the downside, and then 32.24 will come quick. Again, guys, this is a hammer. Price is in the gap to the downside. Bulls will turn into sellers, and that will just fuel the rally to the downside. So if it breaks the downside, that is my high watch. Might as well set an alert. What a move, guys! What a move! Definitely will see some highs. Definitely will see some highs. If we're seeing this kind of setup, I don't know, man. This looking very bullish here. I'll be watching MA or Visa going into next week, along with AXP. Break 383 level, 383 50 level break, and 395 will come next. And on 395 break, then we are working with this huge range. We're working with this huge range, and we are also having this broadening formation setting up, right? So this is a broadening formation setup. Um, a breakout of this resistance here of the broadening formation, and then it can definitely see some new highs. Look at the volume, guys. This name I wanna talk about it. Um I'm watching this name for a quite long time, but I'm not getting a trade. Just because this after breaking out of this huge weekly downtrend. If you look at this, guys, this is a huge weekly downtrend break, right? So uh, I'm watching 51 break on this name MO, and then ultimately 52.50 break. That is the key level. That if price is closing above 52.50 level on the weekly chart, then this name is set to go higher to 57.70. Then no one can stop it. So this name should be on your watch list, guys. Should be. Um, with the current market conditions, you guys know, all these small names, where we need the business, like this is a tobacco. So yeah, so they make tobacco. So people gonna use that anyway. People gonna smoke cigarettes and stuff. So ammo should be on your watch, 51.37. is the first level, and 52, 56, uh, the resistance after. Because I spent a minute on this name, so let's see. Mm, Next name is Morgan Stanley. I like this. I think I like. Let's see how Friday did. I didn't look at the chart, but the chart was looking bullish. Yes, it is. So the levels, that would be my, along with Bank of America, I would be watching Morgan Stanley for the upside. No downside targets here unless breaks this low here. For the upside, I'll be watching 102 23 level. 102 23 level break to the upside, and then it can give us, it will give us a good, nice day trade here. And then a nice swing would be, break of these highs. We can clearly see how price reacted, on these levels in the past, in a huge range for a long time, breakout of this level, and then we can see Morgan Stanley gapping up every single day. And again, guys, with the current market conditions, banks are going to get the most benefit from. If we get any news on rate hikes, they're increasing, and even if they're increasing from 25 basis points to like 50 basis points, that will, in my opinion, should give some a nice push to the banks. Microsoft, damn, just looking bullish. Why is everything looking bullish here? Just because I hammer, guys, nothing else. If this thing was like a doji on the candle, then I don't know how would I will feel. But if it, because everything is has a hammer, right? So as a trader, you look at these patterns and then trade. But for Microsoft, I want to see it clear this 313, 314 level. Let's just say 314, 314 level break for Microsoft for the upside, and they reported killer earnings, right? Reported killer earnings, 1 billion revenue. Uh, say, oh, that was nice. That was nice. All right, guys, I'm gonna be back in like a minute. Um, letting me know how you guys like it, and then I'm gonna go drink some warm water, and then come back, and then you guys go and take a break. All right, guys, I'm back. Now I'm gonna quickly go through, the chart because already been here for 2 hours. I know most of you don't have much time, because next time, I'll try to make it short, around 2 hours. So everyone, won't get bored of it. So Microsoft 314 level for the upside, 293 for the downside. Netflix. So the levels that I have for Netflix are pretty simple here. Um, 395 break for the upside. Nice hammer here on low volume, but so the low of this candle break would give us a good trade to the put side, but price still be in a range. So I don't know if I'd be trading to the downside on Netflix, but I would definitely be trading to the upside, 395. Here comes a Neo. We have some Neo fans here. Nice daily candle here. Again, one candle will not decide Neo's fate, what's going to happen. 20 price target given after breaking this 27 support, and then it achieved, and now price is just in this daily demand here. This is daily demand, guys. How you guys let me give you guys a quick lesson on demand. Price is breaking out. um, let's look at this. Price is just breaking out here, going to the upside, took a break, formed a base, and then started its run to the upside. So that would be like a rally base rally, right? So rally base rally, and then price coming back to this base, trying to bounce off here around these levels, and we'll see. Not interested in going long in Neo at this point, guys. You guys know like how we trade, guys, right? I wanna see Neo in this range. Price stop here, bulls protect this low, go in this range, break out of this range, retest this range breakout level, and just shot up, right? So that's what you wanna see if you wanna go long in any stock, into the support or into the resistance if you wanna go short, right? Nike looks like it filled the gap here. Let's see if it did. No, I did not, but it's all right. Again, same levels as Microsoft, same setup as Microsoft, same setup as AMD, Nvidia, all these names. But if you want to trade Nike, if I want to trade Nike next week, then I'll be looking at 149, a very clean break. That would be a clean break of 149. Should give us a good trade. So I'm just gonna set an alert. Guys, you don't need 50 lines on your charts. You only need a couple, and then work with them, and then if price is breaking this resistance here, and then it's definitely gonna go to this one, which is like 153.58. Break and hold this level, price going to this. Yeah, I'm not gonna have resistance here, here, and here. There's no point. If it's breaking this level, it's gonna go to this next. If it breaks this next, it's going to 156 next, right? Only two or three lines. You guys will always see this. You guys won't see a cluster of this horizontal lines, or this vertical lines on my chart, because there is no point. Nvidia, guys, again, same setup. Break off this candles that it made on like 26th of January. Break that, and then we can play intraday to the upside. And then again, guys, this will be the first bounce after this correction. So then there will be still some sellers active. Those who did not short, those who could not short, these all these names before, their sell orders are open at these levels. Price gonna go there, reject back, and then bulls will try again to push the price back higher. Guys, just think it as a supply and demand, always, and then you'll be fine. Let's look at Oxy. This name moves nice, and is really good for small accounts too. What is this daily chart? Inside day here. So let's just see. We have some levels for the both sides. Again, guys, that'd be a quick day trade. No swing, no swing. If it brings upside, then I might swing, but not to the downside. I wouldn't swing the downside. Um, for the downside, I'd be looking at 36 for the downside, and a clear level of like 39 break to the upside. Let's look at pen. Oh damn, man, this shitty name. How come these names were like even at like $110? Why? I don't get it. I don't know as if I like this. Like 46.62 is a good level here, for a 49 target. But that is a big level. That'd be I'll be trading if it price ever goes there to the 53 level, break close above, then I will definitely be trading pen. Um, but not for now. Pfizer, let's look at Pfizer. Okay, this is looking good. Um, Downtrend break here. Looks like a downtrend attempt break, right? Um, Downtrend attempt break, and then we have this range here too, 54.86 to the upside. Definitely on high watch. That should be on my watch list too. 54.86 break, and then it can push to this prior swing high, which is like 55, 57, 40. PG. Again, guys, this is a name for all the investors as a hedge to the inflation, right? So, this name will always be here, in this market, regardless of the market conditions. They make like household and personal care stuff. So, uh, this is a name, that investors hedge. They buy this name to hedge against inflation, because this name will not see any downside regardless of the market conditions. So the levels that we're working here, 161.42 for the upside and 156 for the downside. A big level break here for a swing, 165 or 161. One not one 165.35 for a break of this range to the upside for a nice swing trade. Now look at pins. Oh, what is this volume, bro? Very high volume, guys. Definitely on high watch. Not for the upside. 26 break for the downside. I'll be trading pins, but I want to see it breaking these levels for any upside for a day trade, which is like 29.92 level for the upside. PayPal uh, showing some signs of bottoming, but earnings coming up. I don't know what's gonna happen. If this shit's reported bad earnings, game over. Guys, market is not in a mood of to let go things of that easy, especially in this market condition. If the company is not showing growth, then market will punish that company. Like we can see this, like even Microsoft, reported such good earnings. All these companies, reporting good earnings, they are still gapping down. Why? Because all these companies are seeing supply chain issues, the chip shortages, they are seeing slow growth. And then once the market listens to this kind of stuff in their guidance, that they're having slow guidance, they're having slow growth, they're having, supply chain issues, and then the market will punish. And then all these small companies like Hood, DKNG, Penn, SoFi, Palantir, all these names, those who are not even making any money, they will they will move to making less money to no money in this market conditions. So market will punish those kind of names if we see a lot of hikes this year. So growth will be dead, guys. So does Kathy names. um so Qualcomm bullish here. I mean, not bullish, but bouncing of support here. We are working with the range. That is the level that I'll be watching. 175 for the upside here, and the low is just like 156 low break uh, will give us a really good trade to the downside. It has a nice gap to the fill. Roblox, not a good look. Not a good look here. This can be easy shot because this name broke the IPO lows. This name break IPO lows after all this roller coaster ride it has, um, just because of velocity, I guess. Um, so broke this IPO lows here. Looks like it retested it and rejected too. Once if it breaks this low next week, then we will see a continuation to the downside for a couple of days. So should be on high watch 53.57 or 53.63 level for the downside, no levels for the upside. Um, Unless it breaks this downtrend and reclaims the 70 level on the daily chart, then I would try to go long on Roblox. But right now, a good RR here on break to the downside. Rivian guys, we see the same thing in Rivian guys. It break the IPO lows and then game over, right? Break the IPO lows, it did some, the fake breakout here and just continue downside. So that'd be nice. Guys, I will take all the chart requests in the end real quick. We are at R now, we'll be done quick. Roku on the daily, looks like the same chart as Netflix. So if I be trading Netflix, then I won't be trading Roku. But if Roku breaks this low, 139.50, then there's more downside. On Pfizer, let me quickly go to Pfizer. You guys like you see a price is in a downtrend, and then when price tried reclaiming this level here, and then it's rejected hard of this candle, just gap down, this huge volume gap down. So that means a lot of the bears, they will have their stop loss around these levels. So and it's a downtrend break, and this is a key level where price rejected hard. So I want to see price closing above this level and then just push to the upside. Break and hold of this 54.86 level, and then we can go. And again, guys, my target, targets can be, all these levels, they are not perfect. Like if I say 54.86, that does not mean, price is gonna go 54.86 and then, price always moves in a zone. Price does not move as a level, price always moves. Let's say we have this zone here, right? Um, this is a zone right here. So if price breaks this zone, so this is a clear resistance here, right? So this price break this zone, and then it's gonna go to the upside. There are no like one single level to any stock, that's not how charts works. Price moves in a zone, not levels to levels. Starbucks trying to find bottom here after breaking down of this range. Of the range looks like the target is achieved for the bears, and then now just going sideways. We'll see which side it's gonna go. So I'm gonna set an alert to the either side on Starbucks. So should give us a good trade. Yeah, guys, we'll see how Pfizer goes, and then the healthcare ETFs was also looking good, so we'll see. Shopify, watch Amazon. I would say if Amazon's breaking the key levels that I gave you earlier, then Shopify will follow Amazon. But key level here is like 1,000, obviously a psych level, right? So that being said, for intraday, I'd be watching 950 for intraday level, and then 1,000, psych level for a good break to the upside. Snapchat. Let's look at Snapchat. Trying to find bottom here, just like any other stock out there. 3220 level break to the upside, and 28 break to the downside. So I like trading Snapchat, so I'm gonna set an alert. I hope you guys are liking it. I know it's a long one. I hope you guys are not bored. Let's just look at Tesla. Tesla bouncing off this support here, 780, 790 levels. Still, still not looking good here again, guys. Like if breaking, we see, price broke down here, pushed up higher, and then rejected out of this level. So if you see Tesla, if I see, Tesla breaking this 990 level, uh, that'd be nice. That'd be a good trade, for the upside. We can clearly see, this, yeah, this level is very important to clear for Tesla 990 level. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Love to hear, guys. Love to hear. TSM, what is this chart? So with TSM, a nice range here on the daily, bouncing up support. God, guys, we will have a lot of names going to next week. So I assume you all gonna bank next week because we have some fucking fire setups. TSM low is 114, needs to hold it. If it does not, game over. 107 next. TTD are the same, guys, same thing as most of the charts, trying to find a bottom here. Before breaks is at 26 January high, that's the call trigger for me. As I mentioned, guys, no need to trade something the same setup, guys, right? If you see that this is same setup and you have your um, levels at 26 January highs, or 27 January highs on all these names after hitting support. If one is breaking 26 January highs, there are definitely, the other names will follow too. Yeah, guys, do not play too many names. There is no point. There is no point. Um, like I'm gonna talk about like all the setup. Like I talk about 150 setups here. You don't pick and choose all of these names. You guys now have levels to all these names, right? So choose whatever you like according to your account size, according to your risk management, and then just focus on those names for the next week. And then you'll be fine. I can guarantee you that. Again, guys, look at Twitter, man. This shit's look fire. Price in a range, guys. Again, 26 January high break. Same thing. Let's look at Uber. Guys, what is this? It's like they're copy paste all the same setups with on the different names. UP is the same thing, man. Come on. Give me something new. Give me something fresh. Give me something fresh setup. Now we have Fintuit favorite stock, UPST, I guess. Um, I mean, I would play earnings at this point. Price is down, the premium is gonna be cheap. Um, you know, can take a lot on earnings because if if this shit gaps up on earnings, you guys know, this shit gaps up like 40%, 30%. So I I would be happy to risk small amount. So 87 here for the downside on UPST. And again, for the upside, we are breaking or we're looking for this range break. And then just for a day trade, no swings. Then look at Visa. Damn, look at this. The chart's gonna be wild. Look at this, guys. Fuck your report scandal. Um, Price is in the gap, has a gap like 230 here. The first target on this one would be like 230, 231. And then after that, it has this highs, which is like 236, 237 here on this one, guys. You know, price really got a 10% move here. There are chances like it won't continue to the downside, or what it will do, it will just go sideways. It will just go sideways here for some time, and then break out of these highs, and then go to the new highs. Guys, I only trust option flow if my key level is breaking and I see other traders slapping uh, slapping at the same time when the resistance or support is breaking. That's the only time I trust option flow. Other than that, I don't care. Option flow is, I don't know, that's a scam to for a retailers. Like if you guys know uh, how to trade charts, and then you guys don't need option flow. Like I don't use it. I have it. So I have a subscription of like one or two companies, but I rarely use it because if I see my level is breaking out, then I don't care about option flow. I'm gonna take a trade, right? Because that's my conviction. If I'm seeing one level breaking out, the the whale who is gonna buy, they are seeing the same levels. So I'm not gonna wait for a whale to show me where to go when I have the same levels, right? XOM looking good. 52-week high break would give us a good trade. I already have alert set at 7603. The 7603 break and then 7785 comes next. The flow is a trap, guys. Like last time I remember, I used to post, all these option flows on my Twitter, saying, this name is, catching this much flow. I remember, before long weekend, like a month ago, I was posting a snow chart. That should have like $30 million. in option flow came in, right off the bat, they were slapping the ask, you know. Uh, but what happened? That shit went down like 100 points. 30 million did not show anything. So if the key level is not breaking, there is no way of getting into it. There's no point of getting into trade. All these big names, if they are spending 30 million on snow, then they are definitely hedging that 30 million position with something else too, right? We're only seeing the one side of the story. Also look at the other side of the story too. If they are spending 30 million at one trade, you're looking at they are definitely spending 10 million somewhere else to hedge that 30 million position. There's no real names now left. We are ended here. Uh, Now I'm gonna take quickly, some of the names that you want me to look at. I'm gonna look at the names real quick, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow in the live trading. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions or any chart requests you want me to look at. T-Mobile. Okay, damn, this is looking bullish. So it already broke out from the key level here. T 108.20 level it broke out. Um, so watch this level hold. We have just a nice round base here, small round base bottom, price breaking out on a low volume. That's a problem. Um, so the low that we are trading against would be 103.80 level. Hold at 103.80 level, then it can see some new highs. So the next resistance is at around these levels. From this zone around 112, 113 is the next resistance here on T-Mobile. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Fubo is next. This should went to like $1 again, guys. It's the same setup, same setup. Look at this. Price broke down, of um, this huge range here, and then price starting to form a base here into the support. Um, break this highs. That is actually a good setup. So 1084 break to the upside, and then we can see some a push in Fubo. Might as well set an alert here. Again, guys, when you work with the range, then I suggest having no bias, right? So if it breaks this low, then it's game over. CELH. CELH. Okay. This is the beverage company. All right. Not a good look. We can clearly see head and shoulder here. This is the shoulder, this is the head, and then broke down completely here on the weekly. Uh, so the level for intraday, I'll be watching is this highs. This range we can clearly see price in this range here, right? So break that range, give me a trade, then I'll be happy. 48 is a level for the upside, and then we have this low of this candle on 39. But seeing a lot of volume, guys. Look at this: high volume push-ups, low volume push-downs, and then high volume push-ups. Break 48 and hold. Then it can move back up to like 58, 59 levels. What is this chart? So many holes. So the key level that we're working here, which is 1226, uh, we can clearly see just a really nice, huge round base bottom here on Ericsson. Nice round base bottom, break that 1226, and then this should have a big fucking gap to fill. Damn. Nice earnings too. Wow. So yeah, 1226 break, and then this can be on the move. Yes, guys, all this session, I guess, will be posted on YouTube. This is my first time, so I don't know. Like, I think they post it automatically after I end the stream. After some time, I think they need some time to processing it out, and then they will post it. Then we'll see. I'm also recording it on side. If they won't upload it, I will see if my recording is small enough to upload to the YouTube. But if not, then I will definitely figure out a way next time how to do that. But it should be there. So the M key levels, um, M key levels here 2460. I'm watching for the downside here. And just for a quick day trade, guys, quick day trade here, or even a quick scalp. 2460 for the downside. So the big level we are working here with is 2268 on Macy's, and price in a clear range. No trade for me unless price break this this highs, or this highs is I want to see 2850 is the only level that I'll be watching on Macy's to go long. You guys can clearly see how well it respected that level. Mm. I okay, the one is okay. See you, John. Um, INFY. What is this? Infosys is an Indian stock. Infosys, guys, come on. Okay, this I was actually looking at Infosys with my brother the other day. I think he was short. He was short Infosys. Um, let's see. So this is a level we're working with 1656 is a level we are working here on Infosys. Hold this zone, and then it can push back higher. Break this and it's the game over. Yeah, guys, my Twitter handle is same as my YouTube at the rate Bulls Corner. If you search it there, you will find it at the top. Mm. So someone asked me a question. Wait, uh, whenever something's break your key level, what do you want when it breaks that level? I want a continuation, guys. I want a continuation. If something is breaking my level, I want to see it continuation um, to the side where I have my alert set, right? So let's just look at a quick example here. On Apple, I will show you this one example before going. Um, Look at this, guys. Just a quick example here for all of you. What I want to see when price is breaking my key level. So that was a Apple key level here on my chart. On earnings, it gapped down. Price pushed back into the zone, broke out again in next candle, and then look at this, guys. In this next candle, it retested a level on the dot, retested a level on the dot, and then never looked back, and then reclaimed the trend, and then just went higher and higher. So that's what I look at when I see my key level breaking. That's what I want to see. Who are these Russian people invading my chat? Um, all right, guys. I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions regarding any name or anything, uh, then just hit me up. Just message me on Twitter, or if you are in the Discord, just message me on Discord. I reply to everyone. If you guys are struggling, that's it. Just let me know, guys, if you have any questions. I'll be there, answer your questions. So just okay, guys. I'm gonna head out now. I hope you guys liked this charting session. If you guys liked it, make sure you share it. You share with someone else, everyone, so we can all grow together and then and help everyone out there. So with being said, I'm gonna head off. See you guys. See you guys.